know a lot of y'all be wanting to know how I do what I do. So I'm about to show you. But what I'm not going to do is explain every single thing because it's just too much. But I'm about to show you what I do. So I'm going to take this photo and I'm going to edit it for you guys so you can see how I do what I do. Right? So I duplicated it first. That's what I just did. Duplicated it. I used a shortcut called, well, not called, but I used a shortcut command J to duplicate it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mask them out, both of these ladies. I'm going to select the subject, right? Because now I want to fill in the background because I used a backdrop that was obviously too small, which is perfectly fine if you know how to do this. So I cut them out really quick, duplicate that layer. I'm going to invert this, and then I'm going to use this tool right here to pretty much cut where I want this background to fill in. Now, when I do this, it's going to fill it in exactly how I want. Now, a lot of the stuff that you're going to see me do here, you're not going to be able to do on your end only because these are actions that I have either created or purchased or whatever the case may be to help the process of my editing move a lot quicker. All right, so it did that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a dropper tool. I'm going to pick the color blue on the photo that I want. And I'm going to pretty much paint the background. You know, I want that even tone of the background. And because I masked them out already, pretty much it's not going to touch them. And that's pretty much it, right? So I got the background how I want it. It cut them out perfectly. And then what I like to do is when I finish a specific step, and I know I'm not going to go back to doing it again, I'll merge my layers with Command E. Now let's talk about, let's crop it first before I even do this part. Let's see, let's do about here, and let's drag this. Let's drag this up. Right there should be good. Let's go over a little bit. Okay, cool. That works. Oopsie. But what I need to do, obviously, is I need to fill that in too now. I didn't mean to do that, guys, but I did it, so whatever. So I'll fill that in. Man, I'm like Houdini. Let's go. All right, so we're going to zoom in. Command plus sign to zoom in. And these are some of the things I'm going to show you that I do, right? So all we're doing is we're cleaning up the skin, right? So I'm going to take my spot healing brush and I'm going to make my circle as big as I need to cover any of the spaces I want to heal, right? And this is what I'm doing here. Hopefully this video is not too long, but I'm doing it in real time. I'm not even going to speed it up. Here's why, because I want you to see how long it actually takes me to do a photo, or you know, whatever. Let you see how long it takes me to do a photo. Now, obviously, if it's one person, it'll take me a much quicker time to do it. But I do also want you to see all that I am doing to this photo. Why? Because you need to see what you're paying for. You need to see how much it takes a photographer who edits photos to how long it takes him to do what he has to do. Even if he does it as quick as I do it, and I believe I am pretty quick with doing these steps, but you need to see what you're paying for and the process of, you know, editing. You need to see that because you guys just want to get your photos edited and then pay a cheap price. All right, boom. So I got those out the way, the bumps, and they look pretty decent to me. Let's do a before and after really quick. So that's the before. I mean, that's the after. This is the before, right? And now we're going to take that and we're going to make that even better. All right? So this is what we're going to do. Now, a lot of the stuff that you're going to see me do, you're not going to be able to do it on your end Why? Because these are my actions. These are my actions. Either I created them or I purchased them and learned how to use them, and that's just that. So I do sell actions. I do sell a lot of stuff that I'm able to do on these photos to clients or other photographers and editors. But anyways, this is what we're doing. So I'm doing some skin correcting right now. After I got rid of the bumps a bit. Now, mind you, this is all to your liking. This is not like you don't have to edit the same way I edit. This is all to your liking. You don't gotta, not want to see not a drop of bump on somebody's face. I mean, like, you can keep some stuff up there if you want to make it that much more realistic. It all depends on your client, or depends on what you want to do, and your style of editing. I mean, there's times where you have people who literally want a smooth baby bottom face. Like, it is what it is, but boom, and then that's that. Now, what I like to do also, aside from that, is just a little bit of a pore removal, and it all depends on, obviously, the client. It varies based off of your clients. So, and I just touch it a little bit, not too heavy, right where I see the pores or some really small bumps that I'm not able to really smooth out. I'll use this brush to do that. Da, 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 da. Now, mind you, if I did make their faces too smooth, I'm able to go back and also and bring back texture. So, anywho, all right. So, boom. This is just gonna be a video that I'm trying to rush through, kind of, because I don't want to make it too long, but I'm still gonna try to achieve my goal, which is a good looking photo. All right. So, boom. I'm gonna combine my layers, and then I'm gonna move on to my dodging and burning. So let's do that. Let's back out real quick. Dodge and burn. We're gonna take and we're gonna enhance our darks and our highlights. What I like to do is I like to take that layer and I like to make it black and white. The reason for that is because I like to really get a chance to see where my darks are at and where my lights are at, so I know what parts of the face to touch. I take this and I move this to about 10% versus 45, because I don't want this to be too heavy. Now, mind you, if you did it too heavy, it doesn't matter. All you could do is you could reduce it afterwards. I just like to have it on the strength that I want it on from the get-go, because I don't want to have to keep adjusting after applying certain things. And all I'm doing right now is I'm enhancing the highlights. All those parts that are already highlighted, right? This is the after, this is the before. Got it? Boom. And then I'm going to my darks, and I'm going to take and I'm going to enhance those parts of the face. I'm just adjusting my brush size to fit those areas that I'm trying to touch. Okay? And that's all I'm really doing. I'm only touching the parts that are already dark. I'm not like adding any parts to it. Whatever's already dark, that's what I'm touching. All right? What they call this, females, contour on the face and all that type of stuff, and I don't know all the terminology, but and then those are the darks, after, before. Okay, then I take that layer off, boom, and I merge them. When I'm done with something, and I know I'm probably not gonna go back on it, I just merge them, just to make my editing look a little more organized. All right, so now let's do a couple more things, and then I'll be done. Let's work on our eyes. All right, let's do eyes. Now, they already look good to me, but I like to add a little bit more pop, I guess, right? So I'll go down to my eyes, and I'll go from dark to light. Now, I take this and I put my opacity on 100, right? But when I go to 100 on this, I don't keep it at 100. I'll just do it at 100, just so I can get their eyes, nice, popping, glossed out, right? Looks a little extra right now, but I do that, and then I back out. Let's back out, right? And then I take it and I drop it to about 15%, right? Boom, and I'm good. I could keep it at 15, But it's all on you. Again, you can take it. You can go 10, you can go 20, you could go whatever percentage you want based off of what it is you're trying to uh, get your photo to look like. All right. The last thing I'm going to do before I even mess with the hair is I'm going to get away. Not get away. I'm sorry. I'm going to do the teeth. Now, keep in mind, this is not, saying that people have buttery teeth. This is not what this is saying. All this is pretty much saying is we want to enhance the photo. That's it. We want to take everything that's already there and we want to enhance it. People think that, when we edit photos and stuff like that, that we're trying to, I don't know, play somebody. No, we're just enhancing stuff. Now, if you had one eye and I gave you two eyes, now you could get mad at me. But no, I'm just enhancing, right? Like their teeth is already nice, you know. We're just making this a little bit poppier, right? And then I'll do this. I'll go back out and I'll adjust it, right? We don't need their teeth to be OD, so I'll go maybe 50% of what I just did. Why not? Okay. And the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fix the hair. But for now, let's look at the before and after of this. This is what you know what? Let's do this first. Let's combine these layers. Oopsie. Let's back that out. Let's combine all of these layers. And let's look at the before and after. This is the after so far. This is the before. Got it. Let's zoom in a little bit and let's get the same look. Booyah. All right, now I'm gonna fix the hair. This is another step that I do just to enhance the photo, make it look a little better. Is fix the hair. Now this part I'm not gonna OD critique because I don't want this video to be too long. So I have another action that deals with stray hairs. So I'm taking my what is this tool again? Clone stamp. That's what it's called. So I'm cloning areas and I'm just going to paint these areas. Now, mind you, the areas that I'm doing now are the light ones. Like if you look at her hair, the blonde pieces, they're light. So I'm using the light version of this action. All right, and then I can take the dark on the dark ones, dark spots, and use the dark, and that's what it's doing. It's getting rid of those stray hairs that are dark and the stray hairs that are light. Okay, let's make this. Let's clone that. That one's not moving, so let's take this and go light. And that's all I'm doing is I'm adjusting whether it's dark or light. That's it. If it doesn't make a correction or it doesn't clone, then I just move to my light. If it doesn't clone on my light, then I move to my dark, and that's how I do it. Now, the one thing that I would say about when you're doing stray hairs and stuff like that is being careful of what brushes you use. Like right now, I'm using like a soft brush, but you can use hard. You could take it and you can use a hard brush and still accomplish, a good look on the photo, which is good. It'll give it more of a sharp edge. So I'll just leave it like that. I'll do sharp edge instead of using the other one, so you can kind of just see it for what it is. All right. A little bit more, and I'm doing this in real time. I'm not trying to speed this up, which I could. I know a lot of people do speed up the process on the video because they don't want to make the video too long, but it is what it is. Again, this is what lets you see as the client what you're paying for, why you're paying what you're paying, why I believe that photographers don't charge enough. But I guess it all depends on too your clientele. It all depends on where you live, all that good type of stuff. But believe me, for all of this, yeah, this price needs to go up because this is not a fun process. Well, it is a fun process. Let me not say it's not fun, because when you love what you do, it is fun. What I mean is this process, it takes time. It takes perfecting. It takes, a whole lot. You over here being Houdini on people. You over here, helping everybody out. right? You want to look good. Not that you don't already, but you want to look better, right? Let's say that you want to look better for whatever it is your business is. You want to look better for your website. You want to look better for, anything. That's why you take these pictures, and that's why you pay for them to get edited. So, if that's the case, then you should pay what it costs to do this, right? This ain't just no regular filter. Like, if you want to just throw a filter on it and hope that it did what you wanted it to do, then by all means do that. But if you're gonna pay somebody for their time to do what I'm doing right now, then yeah, this is time consuming. All right, this is perfecting things. This is making everything better. You feel me? Um, is that right? I think that's right. Let me see if I can get this. All right. Well, that's why it's not doing. I'm on the wrong daggone thing. All right. So now let's move it. Boom. All right. That's good. All right. So that's as much as I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna like OD perfect this thing. I just wanted you to see how I do what I do, and then I'll add like a baby vignette to this, and that'll be it. So again, let's go before, let's go after. Boom. Let's go in. Let's go before. Let's go after. Voila. And this is the end result. All I do at the end is I add a small little sharpen type of thing to it. Boom. And that's it, man. Thank you guys for sticking with me and editing this photo. Well, you didn't edit it. I edited it. But thank you for watching me edit this photo. But I did want you to see how I do what I do so that you can see that this thing ain't easy. Well, till next time.